Hello, and welcome to Adventures of Deanna. This is my channel where I talk about losing over 100 pounds listening to a podcast, losing 100 pounds with Corinne Crabtree. But today's video is not about my weight loss. Instead, today's video is about being mindful. So I'm out. Wait, before we get too far into this, I need to mention that like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to follow me on my adventure to lose over 100 pounds. Also, I need to mention that this video is done in collaboration with the wonderful people over on Facebook group, YouTube, Small Weight Loss Channel Support Loop. So check out their videos below. I'm going to link them in the description. Check those videos out and hear what their thoughts are on what you need to be mindful of. Maybe it's how manufacturers label sugar all stupid like on their labels. Maybe it's about something else. I don't know. But check out their videos so you know. Again, if you enjoy this rambling, because that's what it is. This is just a rambling and a stream of consciousness. So back into the video. Mindful. So I'm out on my walk this morning with Loki, and there's a lot of things that I need to be mindful of at 6:30 in the morning. I need to be mindful of the weather, so I dress appropriately. It's 30 degrees outside, hence the hat. Fireball. It's too early for a fireball shot. Need to be mindful of the weather. I need to be mindful of my surroundings. I live in a high crime area, so I need to be mindful of what's around me. So I'm constantly scanning the area to see what's going on around me. I need to be mindful of the places where there are stray cats, so my dog doesn't lunge and try to run after them and I lose him. I need to be mindful of the places where there are other dogs, so my dog doesn't start barking and rise the ruckus at 6:30 in the morning, because nobody likes that. So lots of things that I need to be mindful of in the morning. And this video is about being mindful in your weight loss journey, because there's a lot of things that we need to be mindful about in our weight loss journey as well. And my diet is like, I don't even call it a diet really, but my diet is 100% about being mindful, because I don't count calories. I have to be mindful all the time. I have to be mindful of my food. I have to be mindful of my thoughts, most importantly, and I have to be mindful of my actions. So my top tip of being mindful is like, I couldn't give you one tip for being mindful, because we have to be mindful all the time about so many things. So being mindful about eating is humongous. How many times do you eat because the clock, it's lunchtime, it's dinner time? Do you have a set snack time that you eat every day? Are you even hungry when you're eating? You know, that is like a lot of, it's like 100% of what I'm doing is I eat whenever I'm hungry and I stop whenever I'm satisfied. So I have to be mindful of my hunger. Is it true hunger that I'm experiencing, or is it head hunger, mouth hunger? You know, whenever you walk into a place and you smell something that just smells amazing, and then you start to feel hungry, but you're actually really not hungry. I had to learn to sit with my hunger to decide, you know, is this actual true 100% hunger, or is it just something that my brain's trying to trick me into? So I have to be mindful of if I'm really hungry. I also have to be mindful of when I'm satisfied, not full, not, oh my God, stuffed, but just satisfied when I've had enough food to eat. So many times, you know, we'll pull out a serving size or whatever and put it on our plate, and because that's the serving, we eat it. But we don't necessarily need all that food. If we like check in with ourselves, if we're mindful of how we're feeling, we find that we're satisfied before that serving size is actually even eaten, and we don't need it. So that's something that I have to be mindful of. I have to be mindful of my emotions, because oftentimes if I'm happy, sad, depressed, angered, pissed off, whatever I'm feeling, all these feelings, it can cause me to overeat. So I have to be careful of my emotions and how I'm feeling, and is that going to trigger me to overeat? Am I going to be good? So that is something else that I have to be mindful of. I have to be mindful of my activity level. Activity is not like something that you have to do. It's not mandatory, but it is good for you. And I have to be mindful of it, because I find that whenever I'm not being mindful of my activity and I don't make it a priority, I don't do it, I don't get those endorphins that you get from getting out and moving your body, and I start to feel differently. So I'm mindful of my activity because I know that it helps me feel good. It helps me feel better. So it's something that I'm mindful of. Being mindful was not something that one day I woke up and was like, hey, I'm going to start to be mindful. That's what I'm going to do. I'm practicing the art of it. I'm still practicing. I'm not skilled. I'm not, awesome at it. It's something that you have to practice, because we have a habit brain that says that this is the way that you've always done things. And I want to make life as easy as possible for you. So in order to make life as easy as possible for me, it just wants to go back to those habits where I used to have a snack at 2:30, where every day I would eat at 8 a.m., eat at noon, eat at 6, regardless, and then I'd probably eat some more other times. My habit brain is telling me that's what I should be doing, because it's a habit. It's what it's used to. It's on autopilot. My subconscious brain is telling me that's what I should be doing. So I have to be mindful of that subconscious brain. So I also wanted to talk about being mindful of our thoughts, and I kind of skipped over it. Once upon a time, I used to think that I am not an exerciser. I don't like exercise. I would tell myself all the time, I would tell my brain that I'm not an exerciser. So my brain thought that to be true. But then I decided I wanted to change the way that I thought about exercise. So I said that I'm open to it. I'm open to exercise. I'd like to try exercise. And then I helped convince my brain that it was something that I wanted to do. So my brain stopped being so resistant to exercise, because I changed my thoughts. And I keep changing my thoughts. Like, on what my limitations are. Oh, I can't do, running because I'm overweight. Or I am weak and I can't do any weightlifting. Or, different thoughts that I have about that. But I just start with a thought. I start by changing the fact that I can't do it, that I'm open to learning. I'm open to giving it a try. I'm trying. I'm practicing. I'm learning. Changing these thoughts instead of, I don't exercise. I'm totally against it. It helps my brain learn that there's a new way of thinking. So my brain's going to tell me, like I said before, what the habit is. The habit is that I don't like exercise. That's what my subconscious brain thinks. That's what I've told it for so many years. And now I have to tell it that there's something different. There's a new way to think. There's a new way of doing things. Much of my program is about changing my thoughts, because I have all of these preconceived notions of how life should be, how life has been. But I can make that different. I can change that, and it starts with changing my thoughts. So that's just one example of how you can start to change your thoughts. If you're interested on how to change your thoughts and how to make weight loss easier. Follow me on my adventure, because mine's all about being mindful of my thoughts. How are they limiting my weight loss? How are they helping my weight loss? Your thoughts control your feelings, control your actions, and that's what I'm all about. So if you're new here and you're interested in learning more about that, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. If you think this is all malarkey, leave me a comment below. That's great too. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.